So the next adventure begins right here, and today we are actually heading to Washington District of Columbia. This is in the heart of world political power, US capital, and we are going to go through railroad, and we are right here at Stafford County.
Ready to rock and roll.
So yeah, I bought a one-day pass to go to Washington DC, and after checking in my ticket, had to go and wait for the Virginia Railway Express, commonly known as the VRE.
VRE Fredericksburg, train 310 is now arriving. Please stand behind the yellow line. All tickets must be validated prior to boarding. Establishing purchasing or validated tickets.
So I could actually see myself smiling here like a baby, like when you are from the rural area and now you are going to the city, like going to Nairobi. So I was so excited to go to Washington DC, and this was Leland Station in Stafford County, and it was going to be my first time in America to board a railway, and it's a double-decker. We were going to pass through stations such as Dumfries, Woodbridge, Alexandria, and before reaching Washington DC. And it was just a scenic view, passing through the forest of Virginia, and also experiencing the nature, and also places like the waterfront from Quantico, where we have the FBI, And you always know that you are nearing the heart of Washington DC when you come across all these Amtrak and also commuter trains. And again, we have the air transport, And this was actually coming from Ronald Reagan International Airport, which is just near Washington DC. And just before reaching Washington DC, you have to pass through this massive river. That is the Potomac River. I think I'm right. And also Chesapeake Bay. And one funny fact, or should I say story. One of the US president, that is John Quincy Adams, who was the 8th president, used to swim across the Chesapeake or the Potomac. And also we have Theodore Roosevelt, the 26th president, who used to enjoy swimming along this river. It's actually a river, but it's so huge, the Potomac River. And when you're at the Whitehouse, you can actually see it. So after passing this bridge, we came across the outskirts of Washington DC. And this is the world's most important political city, or should I say, and also just my favorite city in the world, for obvious reason. So the railroad transportation here was constructed back in 1969 and completed in 1976. Yeah, so finally we reached the destination, and let's enjoy the scenic view and beauty of Washington District of Columbia. We are right in the US capital, and I'm just so excited. The rooms where the Congress meets, and just being in Washington DC. So just love the experience. So that is the US Capitol, and it's in a straight line. We have the Washington Monument, and right after Washington Monument we have Lincoln Monument, and right in the middle where we have the green grass, that is the mall. So yeah. So right behind US Capitol we have this Olmsted fountain, drinking fountain. And other than this, I had to walk for 3 kilometers, you know, and also go to areas like, no, just passing by the National Air and Space Museum, NASA.
So we have the National Air and Space Museum. That's where my heart is. I feel so bad that they're closed, I can't get in, but it was so nice visiting it last year. So also getting an opportunity to touch a piece of the moon.
And then I had to walk through the Constitution Avenue on the other side of the mall, and just opposite we have the Independence Avenue.
So here comes the Washington Monument. I don't know how tall it is, but it's quite a big monument, standing majestically.
And after walking for 1.6 kilometers, we came across this monument, and it's actually 169 meters high, built back in 1888, and it was one of the tallest buildings before Eiffel Tower.
So here we are. That's the Washington Monument. Oh my gosh, it's so tall. Behind me we have US Capitol, that's it. Then right on its left we have the Library of Congress. Then we have Lincoln Memorial and the reflecting pool. And we have the White House right behind me, though it's kind of very far away. So that's the top of the White House. And you know, for security reasons, we cannot go there at the moment, but it's just beautiful. Oh my gosh, just exciting.
It was once said, luck is when opportunity meets preparation. So the White House is just like less than a kilometer away from the Washington Monument, and I got an opportunity to see the presidential helicopter. So we had this police helicopter hovering around. Then we saw the Marine 2 in this case, because mostly they normally travel into Marine 1 and Marine 2.
So here comes the Marine 1. And I guess this is just my lucky day, because not on a daily basis you see the presidential helicopter, and there it is.
So after this we had to go to the Lincoln Memorial, which was built to honor the 16th President of United States, that is Abraham Lincoln. And also this is the place whereby Martin Luther King Jr. said his famous speech, you know, I have a dream, back in 1963. Then we came across this squirrel. He was just like sitting there and just chilling, or like having a snack of his lifetime. So just adjacent to the Lincoln Memorial we have the reflecting pool, which is really awesome, with all the 50 states around it. And it's just one of the nicest places you can ever visit and just enjoy the reflection, you know.
So we have the Washington Monument, then we have the White House right here. So it's just interesting. Yep.
So it was actually built in the back 221 years ago, and actually there are tunnels connecting the White House, the US Capitol, the monument, and just around Washington DC, so that in the event that there is an apocalypse, then definitely the president can operate even without coming out. And also remember, there is that White House bunker whereby it's bomb proof, it's nuclear proof. Yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so, comment, and also share. See you in the next adventure, and adios.